and just hold it with your hands to start with today. So think of having your feet together. Don't think so much about the block for now. Think of the feet and try and turn, actually think of the whole of your legs. And what you want to try and do is turn them out from your hip, not from your knees or just your ankles, and then bring them back to parallel again. And I do that by shifting a little bit of the weight onto my heels, but I rotate from my hips, and then I bring the legs back in. And while I do that, I think of sliding my tailbone down a little bit, hugging the lower abdomen in. So just do that a couple more times. I know it's not too comfortable, but just have that feeling of turning out through the hip joint rather than hurting our knees or our ankles. And remember that when you're rotating your feet out, you want to try and make sure that your knees are facing the same direction as your toes. So keep your toes and knees out, and just see if you can, now think of your posture. You want to really squeeze still your inner thighs and push the sole of the foot down into the floor. So your toes and your legs are turned out. Try and squeeze your inner thighs and turn the legs and just hold them like that. And just think of the breath for now. So try and lift the elbows up and slide the shoulders down. And as you exhale, you're trying to squeeze the block, not too hard, but enough to feel your ribs connect that little bit more. And then as you breathe in, you let go a little bit of the block. And do that a couple of times, breathing out through the mouth, squeezing, and then breathing in, releasing. And we'll do 2 more. Breathing out through the mouth, squeezing your stomach back, your pelvic floor, breathing in, lengthening the spine. 1 more. Breathing out, squeeze the block, stomach in, inner thighs, pelvic floor, ribs. And now as you breathe in, see if you can just lift the arms up, stretch your arms by your ears, squeeze the block slightly inwards, and then exhale, squeeze it more as you bring it back to your chest. Let's do that again. So you're going to breathe in there, lengthen, trying to keep your legs engaged still as you breathe out, especially squeezing your inner thighs and the block. And we'll do 2 more. So you're breathing in, lengthening, breathing out, squeeze it. And think of sliding your shoulder blades down as you do that. 1 more, breathing in, breathing out. Can you try lift your heels up now, keeping your legs turned out so you're squeezing your inner thighs even though they separate. That's it. And try and exhale and come back to that penguin position, I call it, turned out. And again, breathing in, lifting, exhaling, bringing the heels back down. And again, keep pushing your heels forward and up so that your legs are still turned out as you lift your heels off the floor, and then exhaling down. Good. One last one. You're going to breathe in, lift the heels up, and as you exhale, drop the heels down, but then bend your knees and push them out towards the sides of the room, keeping your neutral pelvis, that's it, and your shoulders over your hips. So let's do that again. Breathing in, stretch up, lift the heels. That's it. Exhale, drop the heels, and then bend your knees. Try and coordinate that. Good. 2 more. Breathing in, lift the block, lift the heels. Exhaling, drop the heels, and then squeeze the block, knees back. 1 more, breathing in, lifting up. That's it. Exhaling, heels, knees, squeeze them back. That's it. Now just stretch the knees, breathe in, and as you breathe out, start just dropping the block to the floor, just let it hang, then your head, then your shoulders, and roll all the way down, 1 vertebra at a time with your legs turned out. Bend your knees when you have to. Hold it there, so you're in a forward stretch with your knees turned out, bending them as much as you want to get your hands to the floor and relax the head. You're just going to hold it here, letting the head hang. Say a few times in your own rhythm, no. So turn your chin to your right, to your left shoulder, and then nod your head a few times, say yes. And then grab the block. As you exhale, roll back up 1 vertebra at a time, bringing the block back to your chest center. Lovely. Breathe in, lengthen, and as you breathe out, squeeze the block as you drop it. Drop the head, the shoulders. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Turning our legs out to bend them And we need to get our hands to the floor, first the block to the floor, then our hands. Relax the head. And then hold that forward stretch. Maybe try and stretch your knees a little bit more, but still turned out. Turn the head, say no. And then say yes a couple of times. And then grab the block on your way back, exhaling, squeezing it, bringing it back to your chest center, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Don't let me rush you. We're going to do one more and stay down and do a couple of flat backs. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, squeezing the block, drop it down towards the floor, head, shoulders. Bend your knees when you have to. Leave the block on the floor a second, hands to the floor. See if you can stretch the knees a little bit more, maybe. Relax the head, say no. About 4 times. And then just nod yes, 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 and yes. And then hold it there. Put the block in its highest point. And then push onto the block in front of the chest bone. It's a good position for the block on the floor and come into a flat back. That's it. Maybe you can stretch your knees, maybe you keep them bent and turned out, that's up to you. That's your breath in. As you breathe out, let go of the block and bring your hands back down. Really try and get your forehead to your knees or to the space in between your knees. And again, breathe in, stretch up, try and stretch your back halfway, like a table. Push your chest forward. That's it, good. And then exhale, connect your core and squeeze yourself in. See how much you can squeeze into your body, relax the head. We'll do 2 more if that's okay. Breathe in it. Open up. Open the chest. Great. Exhaling. Drop down the head. Squeeze the core. Inner thighs, pelvic floor. Last one. Breathe in it. Open the chest. Lovely. Exhaling. Coming back to that forward stretch. Leave the block where it is. Relax the head. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, roll up slowly. Yeah, take your time, and once you're standing again, just see if you can turn your head to the right. So you're going to look to the right, also with your eyes, see if you can look to the back of the room. That's your breath out. Breathe in, come back to center, and then you're going to breathe out and go towards the other side, towards the left. Try to push your stomach back as you do that, and then do that 2 more times. Breathing in to the center, breathing out, turn your head, exhale, and again, breathing in, back to center. Try and lengthen each breath in, exhaling, turning. Good. Look forward, breathe in, and just exhale, bring your hands to your shoulders, drop your elbows and start breathing the elbows up on your next breath in front of your head, then behind. And as you exhale, drop them down through the sides. Good. And let's do that 2 more times. So you're breathing as you lift them in front of you, try and squeeze them up and together, then behind. Good. Exhaling, squeezing your inner thighs, keeping that rotation in the legs. 1 more. Breathing in the front. Try and touch them behind. Exhale down. And we'll reverse that movement. So you're going to lift up through the sides. Squeeze your forearms behind you in front. And exhale down. 2 more. Breathe in. Keep your breath. Open the chest here, the ribs as you breathe in. And then breathe out. Squeeze them in. Last one. Open the chest. Bring the elbows high together in front and then drop them down. Lift them back up to your shoulder distance and hold your legs together now as you try and twist your middle body. So you're looking forward with your feet and your head, but you're trying to twist your ribs and your shoulders away from that. That's it. Try not to move the hips now by squeezing your legs together like you had one. And if you're going to the left with the shoulders, try and push your left hip forward rather than let it go back with the shoulder movement. So I think you can squeeze those hips a little bit more, those inner thighs, so your hips don't move. Imagine you've got lights in the bones of your hips, in your hip bones, and you don't want to move your lights, you want them to always look forward. That looks better. Let's do 8 more. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, lovely. Breathe in, come back to center, relax the arms. We're going to do the same roll down and then a twist into it. So you're going to roll down the same one, head, shoulders, bending the knees, so your legs are turned in now, but they're together, so it's a little bit more of a stretch for your legs and for your back. Once you get your hands to the floor by bending your knees, relax the head, hold it there. Make sure it's hanging. And now push your hands onto your block, lengthen your spine. See if you can open the chest, stretch your elbows, be like a table, that's the sensation. And then just lift your right arm up with your left hand pushing into the block to really try and twist your upper body. That's it, look up. Push your right hip back and down. That's it, perfect. And then drop down again. Let's do that 2 more times. So you're gonna look up as you reach up. Try and open the chest. I like to do it on an exhale to use my ribs to help me turn. That's it, better color. And then back down. Let's do one more and hold it up. So you're gonna lengthen up to hold up. Try and align your shoulders one on top of the other one day. Try and squeeze both of your knees equally bent. So check that left knee. That's it, think of the hips now. Try to open the chest. Push that right hip back. For 4, for 3, 2, 1, and release down. Well done. Relax the head. Breathe in, and let's roll back up. 1 vertebra at a time. Remember to squeeze your inner thighs, your stomach back. Relax your shoulders. Come back up to face the center. Great, let's do it on the other side. It was looking better when you think of that hip going back, because as you twist, it wants to go with it. So try and push it back. Let's go for it. Breathing in, we're rolling down on the breath out. So your head, your shoulders, squeezing your inner thighs. You want to roll all the way down. Relax the head. And then breathe in. Come into your flat back, your tabletop position. Open your chest. That's it. Check your knees are always same bent or stretch, but the same. And then lift that left arm up. On the exhale, squeezing your stomach back, lengthening, and then let it go. Drop it down. And again, exhale up. Open the chest. Try and really push your left foot into the floor. And then back down. We're doing one more and holding it up. Try and lengthen as you stretch up. Exhaling, hold it there. Breathe deeply. On every exhale, try and twist a little bit more. Use your ribs, your core. Push that left hip back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Push the block away. Push the block away. That's it. And then let it go. Well done. Relax the head. Bend your knees. See if you can get any further into that stretch. You'll stretch your spine too. And then on your breath out, roll up. Take your time. Lovely. And now just turn your feet out like before, and then as much as they turned out, that's your positioning to bring your heels out too and come to a parallel position with your legs, hip distance apart. That's it. You're going to work the neck and then a side bend. So just grab your head with the right hand and push it into a tilt. Plugging that left shoulder down, that's the exhale. And then come back up on the inhale. Feel the length of the spine. And again, exhaling. Let it go to the side. Slide that right shoulder down and inhale up. We'll do one more and hold it there. So you're going to exhale down. Really think of stretching that left side of your neck. Hold it there 1 more second. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, come into a side bend. See if you can just roll down, pushing your hips a little bit towards the left and forward. Exhale there. And then inhale, come back up. Let's do 2 more, same thing. So first your head rolls, your shoulders, and you're pushing your feet into the floor, both of them hips forward and sideways, and then come back up. Let's do one last one. So as you breathe out, head, shoulders, ribs, hips, feet on the floor, push your hips forward slightly towards the left. Good. Breathe in, come back up. And then see if you can bring both hands behind your head, interlace your fingers there. Try and really open your elbows up, open the chest, plug the feet down, and as you exhale, try and keep parallel to the front, squeezing the core back, breathe in and come back up. We'll go to the left too, so as you're exhaling, you're looking forward, try to bring that left shoulder forward, it tends to go back, so you're keeping square to the front. Breathing in, back up, and feel the difference of warming up one side and not the other. So you're exhaling to the right, bring the right shoulder forward, also the left hip to compensate. Good. And breathe in, breathing out. Let the head fall too. Go on, let the head. Good. Breathing in. Can we do 3 bounces? So you're going to exhale, 1, 2, 3, breathe in, come up, exhale, 1, 2, 3, breathe in, come up, yeah, exhale, 1, 2, 3, breathe in, come up, 4 more, exhale, 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 inhale up, 3 more, inhale, come up, 2 more, 2, keep squaring everything, use the core, and last one, and come back up, good, release the right arm, keep the left arm up, put it on the top of your head, and just stretch the neck now to the left, exhale it there, just the head. So think of trying not to move the shoulders and pushing your chest bone up, that's it. And then come back on the breath in. And we'll do that again, good. Exhale, pull the head, remember to relax the left shoulder to look for space. And breathe in. Last one. Exhale, you're going to hold it there, do 1 deep breath. And as you breathe out, come into your side bend, so it's your shoulders that get involved, your ribs, pushing your hips to the right a little bit and forward, and then coming back up. Lovely. Keep anchoring that right hand down, so even when you go to the left in a side bend, you're walking your right hand down your leg, even though it's sliding up, just to think of the shoulder plugging in. And breathing in back up. Let's do a last one. So you're going to exhale, head, shoulders. Hold it there a little bit longer. And then coming back up. Again, 2 hands behind the head. Breathe in, lengthen, open the elbows up. Exhale, go towards the side. Good. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the side. Good. Try and always keep your head in the middle of your arms. So just check that it's not leaning towards one side more than the other. Keep your elbows broad. And we'll do a last one doing this pattern of movement. Then we'll do the 3 exhales. So your next one is 3 exhales. You're going to breathe in and breathe out. 2 and 3, and then breathe in. Come up. Yeah. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Up. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Come up. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 2 last ones. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Last one. Exhale in. Good. Breathe in. Hold it there. Open the chest, the elbows. Push them back a little bit. Push the hips forward. Now as you breathe out, push the head down. Try and slide the shoulders down and really stretch the back of your neck here. Check your feet are parallel and that the legs, or one leg hasn't turned out. They're in the same height, in the same line. Not one more forward than the other. Hold it there. That's the head down. And then breathe in again. Look up, just lightly. Open the chest maybe a little bit more. Open the elbows back. Push the feet down, hips forward. And again, exhale, drop the head down. Really try and plug the shoulders into your armpits. Squeeze your stomach back. Look at it. Go back. Last one. Breathe in it. All the way up. Slightly back. Exhale. Squeeze in the stomach. Hold it there now, about 8 seconds, trying to really maybe go a little bit further into that forward stretch without bending your knees and still pushing your hips forward, trying to get into your middle spine. Slide the shoulders still down and just keep pushing your head down lightly for 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now just release the arms. You're rolling down with your feet parallel, hip distance apart. So keep rolling down. You're halfway there. So when you get down to the bottom of that stretch, again, just relax the head, let it hang. Say no a couple of times, maybe not, or do whatever it feels like doing, letting it hang heavily. And on the exhale, grab the block that's on the floor and roll back up, 1 vertebra at a time. Lovely. And stand in with the block on your chest or by your chest, and you're going to lift it up now, breathing in. And as you breathe out, we're going to start our balancing sequence. So you're going to lift the right leg up, squeeze the block in front of your chest again. Yeah, that's a better bet. And we'll do that 3 more times, yeah? So you're going to breathe in as you stretch the arms up, leg down, and then exhale, lift the leg and drop the arms. Good. And again, 2 more, breathing in. And breathing out. Last one, breathing in. And as you breathe out, see if you can hold it there or maybe grab a wall if you need to. Let's try and turn the leg out. Good. Try not to move the hips, remember, so it doesn't go too far. I think you can go a little bit further forward. And then drop it down and try and do a circle with it. Bring it into parallel again. And then again, breathe in, turn it out a little bit. And then drop it. Exhale, lift it up. Lovely. Can you just hold it turned out just a second here? Nice. Go on, you can do it. And then stretch the arms up and the leg down. It's a little bit harder than parallel, so we're going to lift it up and down a couple of times. So you're in kind of a Charlie Chaplin penguin position with the right leg, and then you're going to lift it back up and down. Exhaling, lovely. Inhale, back up. So I think of my knee pointing about a 45-degree angle when it lifts. So not if I go sideways, I'm not here, right? I'm kind of on the diagonal. That will help me with balance and also to not move my hips. That's it, nice, better. And then again, let's do 2 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. One last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Hold it there, hold it up. Just for 8 seconds. See how much you can have the sole of your foot to point towards the floor. So rather than back, point it down, that's it. Turn that leg out, squeeze your stomach in, squeeze the block, that's it, better. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and drop it down, well done. Shake it off and do the other leg. Okay, let's do left leg, up and down 4 times. So you're breathing in with the arms up. Always try and hug the block lightly because it's going to help engage the ribs, also the arms a little bit. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. Lovely. 1 more, 2 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Use your core, squeeze it in before the leg lifts. And we'll do a last one. Breathing in. And breathing out. Hold it here. And then see if you can just think of your posture first. Try to open the leg as much as your hips don't move. Better. And then just let it fall, let gravity take care of it, and then lift it up when your exhale parallel. Much better. And then open, drop it down. Exhale, lift it up. Can we do 1 more? Good luck. Breathe in, drop it down. Exhaling, lift up and hold it turned out. Just for a couple of seconds because you're going to drop the leg down and lift the arms up, turned out. Breathe in and then back up, turned out. Find that position straight away, squeezing the stomach in, better. Breathing in. Now think of engaging your right knee more if you can. So really work the right leg. Not locking the knee, but lifting the thigh. That looks better. Breathing in, let's do 2 more. Stretching up. Breathing out, lifting the leg, squeezing the block. Last one to hold, yes? Breathing in. Breathing out. And here, just hold, squeezing the block, sliding the shoulders down. Try to see if you're sinking back and keep your ribs on top of your hips. Try to turn the leg out, but not so much that your hips move. Squeeze your glutes to do that. Slide your tailbone down. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Drop it down. Just relax for a second. Shake the legs, and we're going to go down to our mat. They're always rolling down. So if you wanna, you don't need to change your. I can see you perfectly, I think. We're going to start our mat work. So we'll work with the block in between our inner thighs. Let me know if the music is too loud. We're going to breathe in and just lengthen and roll down. Hold the forward stretch for more than we usually do. So just breathe in here. Find your length, your spine length. Exhaling, head drops, shoulders, bend your knees. Find your forward stretch. Squeeze the block as you do that. Relax the head and hold it there about 8 seconds if you can. Relax the head. See if you can squeeze your stomach so far in that you get a little bit closer to your legs. Maybe you can lift the hips a little bit. Maybe you can drop the head a little bit more. Maybe you can push the feet, the hands down a little bit more. Lovely. Slide the shoulders away from the ears a little bit more. 4 more seconds. 2, 1, and let's walk into a plank. So walk forward. You can always drop your knees if you want to, or hold your plank. You just want to push the floor away, and you think the core is working by pushing it back from the floor, stretching your knees, pushing the floor with your hands so that your chest bone is far away from the floor and plugging your shoulders down. Try to look at the space in between your hands and just try and hold it there for 4 more seconds. You're doing fine. Maybe I could say walk the shoulders a little bit further forward. Yeah. 3. Stretch the knees maybe a little bit more. 2, 1, and then drop the knees down. Well done. Make sure they're right under your hips and your hands right under your shoulders. And we'll just do cat-cows, breathing in as you look up, and then breathing out as you roll the spine and squeeze the block with your inner thighs. And we'll do that 3 more times. So breathing in, looking up, and breathing out, rolling the spine. Make a C shape with it. Push the floor away. Pluck the shoulders away from your ears. Yes. And now as you breathe in, look up, but try not to let the shoulders come up. Again, push the floor away a little bit more. Chest bone away from the floor. Better. Exhale, roll the spine. Last one, I promise. Breathe in it. Look up. And now as we breathe out, C-shape your spine, then put your toes against the floor and see if you can just lift into a little triangle position, downward dog, your knees bent, still squeezing the block, trying to stretch your back, trying to push the floor away with your hands. Relax the head, push your armpits towards your ankles. Go on, push your armpits towards your feet, backwards. Lift your hips up a little bit more. Get your stomach on your thighs a little bit more. That's it, Carla. 1 more set. There it is. 3. Lengthen the spine a little bit more by squeezing your stomach back and your pelvic floor. Go on. 3, 2, 1. And then drop the knees down. Well done. Just take the block away. You could even use it under your hands or head or hips if you want to. Just come for a few breaths into a child's pose. If you can, together, hips back, walk your hands forward, and try and let the head relax so that one day it touches the floor, your forehead in the tip of your nose. And now this is a good one for the whole spine to stretch, also to relieve stress. So make sure you take your time to really breathe in deeply and take the attention to your back, just as you are doing. I'm talking you through it. You can be in that position as I talk you through it. I just feel like if I talk to the floor, you might not hear me. That's my reason for getting out of it. So just concentrate on the breath. That's what I was trying to say. Because as you concentrate on the back expanding, it really helps you stretch. And then squeeze your stomach in on the breath out. Try and really sink the hips in that position. And just do 2 more breaths there. Really take your time to stretch. As you breathe in, even hold your breath in, that helps it stretch even more. And then as you breathe out through the mouth, squeeze your stomach back. I imagine I want to hide my belly button behind my chest bone. That's how far back you want to go. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. And coming back onto our hands and knees. So breathing in, lifting up. We're going to work with the block in between our inner thighs now. Let me know if there's any tension or anything that's niggling, because as it does too, you can really kind of target whatever hurts. We'll stretch the neck a little bit more when we're laying down, but even here it's good for the spine with the block in between your inner thighs again. We're going to twist the spine, again to open the space in between your vertebrae. So look for that position with your hands under your shoulders, and you're going to squeeze the block and nudge your right shoulder, your right elbow up. Look at it as it does that. Push the floor away, that's your exhale. And then breathe in, drop it down again. And change your hand or your arm. Exhale, lift the left elbow up. Push the left hip back still. Same movement, but in a different way. Breathe in, drop the arm down. And we're going to do 4 more. Exhale, lift up. Nice. Breathing in, drop down. Keep going, Carla. And notice when you lift the left elbow up, you need to push the left hip down. Use your core to do that. That's it. We'll do 1 more. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Last one, exhale, up. Inhale, down. Lovely, take the block away. Put it to the side and just lengthen now your toes into the floor to stretch your leg, your right leg up and your opposite arm, your left arm away from it. That's your breath in now. Breathe out, drop the arm, the leg down and change your arm and leg. Breathe the other leg, other arm up. Breathe it. That's it. And then back down again. Do 6 more of these. So remember that you're trying to always have your palm of the hand facing in, like you're shaking my hand. That's it, keep going, exhale down. And imagine you've got a tray of glasses on your back, so you don't want to move it too much. Keep going, breathing in, better with the arm, yeah. And exhale down. 4 last ones, lifting up. Try and slide the shoulders down still, Carla. And then back down. 3 last ones, breathing in, lifting up. Good, exhale down. We've got 2 more, but we're going to hold these. So you're going to lift up to hold for 8 seconds. 1 leg, 1 arm up. Hold it there. Try and stretch your fingers, your wrist joints, everything, your knee joint. Push your stomach away from the floor, your chest bone. Slide your shoulders down. That looks better. Stretch your feet, your toes. 2 more seconds. 2 and 1. Good. Drop it down. Other leg, other arm. So lifting them up and away from each other. Try and square your hips, you can slide the shoulders down, but really stretching your fingertips, much better. Hold it there, stretch the toes, the knee. That left hip is pointed towards the floor or the right, whichever one it's up. That's it, yes. 3, 2, 1, and drop down, well done. Sit back again, into your child's pose, maybe a little bit more open with the knees, and walk your hands to your right side of your mat. Not too much, you want to try and get a diagonal line from your fingertips to your hips. So don't overcross that diagonal, that looks right. And now push your left hip into the floor, don't let it lift. Try to see if you can push your left hip towards, even both hips towards the left heel. That might help you stretch a little bit more, that's it. 1 deep breath there, breathing in. Breathing out. And then walk in towards the other side. So you're trying to walk away from your knees with your hands. And then again, look for that diagonal. From the fingertips all the way down the arm, shoulder to the hip. Try and make 2 diagonal lines there. Relax the head. Push the hips slightly towards the right. It's going to help you stretch all the right side of your back. Relax the head. See how much it can just have. And just breathe deep. Breathe in. Breathing out. And then come back to center. And on your next breath out, just roll up to a sitting position. Nice, good work. We're going to work the core and then stretch a little bit on our back. So bring yourself all the way forward in the mat. And then grab your block, put it in between your inner thighs. Try to remember you want to plug the feet down as much as possible throughout. So you grab your legs to start, stretch up, and then see if you can, on the exhale, Carla, try going rather than back with your hips. First down with your head and shoulders, using your core, squeezing your stomach back to your inner thighs, then dropping the shoulders. And now breathe in, stretch up, back to a straight spine, that's it. As you breathe out, can you roll back from the hips now? So the first thing that moves is your hips, that's it. And now breathe in, you're coming back up, lengthening. To breathe out and stretch forward. Inhale, come up. That's it, exhale, go back. Try and always keep your chin parallel to the floor when you're going back and when you're breathing in. And then as you breathe out, when you roll forward, try and drop your shoulders down. They always tend to come up, so just be aware of that. Dropping the head down towards the legs. That's it, breathe in, lengthen up. Exhale, roll back, we'll do 2 more. Breathing in, lift up. Breathing out, drop the head down, squeeze your stomach back, your inner thighs. That's it, shoulders down. 1 more, breathing in, up. Breathe out, roll back. Breathe in, come up. And then breathe in out, drop the head towards the legs. Last time to breathe in and let the arms loose, let the legs go. And as you breathe out, roll all the way down now. Make sure you've got a space for your arms behind you. And walk your feet so they're right under your knees, taking your arms behind your ears. That's it. So we're going to start our arm movements, our cores. Just make sure your feet are walking back a little bit more, so right under your knees. That's it. Arms back as you breathe in and forward as you breathe out. So that's the movement, but at the same time you want to think of squeezing your stomach, your ribs, your inner thighs as you do this. So think of squeezing the core to move your arms, even if it's just moving your arms. Make your ribs pull them down, your stomach pull them down, your inner thighs. And as soon as you want to, if you want to, your neck and shoulders can lift also. But if your neck is hurting or tender, just think of the focused breath. You're trying to work the breath. And it's just as good than doing abdominals sometimes. Just working on focus on the exhale, maybe squeezing the core in. Keep going. We're going to do 4 more. Breathing out. Take a moment when you come up, Carla, and yeah, give it a second. Look at your stomach and slide your fingertips a little bit forward in space, and then go down, just to really connect the core that little bit more. So when you're coming up, you want, yes, slide forward so the shoulders are really plugged into your armpits. You're coming up and forward a little bit. That's it. That looks better for me. Unless your neck starts to hurt, and then you just don't come up with the head and shoulders. We're doing 1 more anyway. Just 1 more. Breathing in, breathing out, lifting up. Grab the block on your way back with your hands and take it behind your head as you breathe in. Your right leg, your head, your shoulders, your arms come up into tabletop with the leg and then back down again. Remember, you can always drop your head and shoulders or your arms or your legs. Exhale, up. And think of changing now the leg around. So first one and then the other. Right leg up, then left leg. Keep switching. Exhale, now the left leg. That's it. Inhale, back. Exhale, now the right leg. And keep plugging those shoulders down. Each time you lift the block, get to that position. Yeah, much better. Let's do 4 more. Exhale, up. Pushing your stomach back in space, breathe in. Squeezing even the block a little bit to connect the ribs. I can see it, I can see it. Those little differences make a big difference. Micro movements, it really makes a difference to really plug and work everything. Well done. Keep going with the option to lift both legs up, and this is optional, and both down. And maybe you don't want to lift the head, you can just do the legs. Maybe you can plug the shoulders. The arms down and the shoulders, but squeezing the legs together if you are lifting them up. And we're just going to do 4 more, so really try and just work your core. Don't get tired, and if you do, have a break. Breathe in as you drop. Exhale, 3 more. Breathe in as you drop. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. 1 more. Exhale, 1. Now as you drop, you're going to do the same movement, so don't stop it. You're going to lift the right leg up only, but kick it up into a straight leg kick. Then bend it back down, take the arms back, and then the left leg will come up. Exhale. That's it, Carla. Breathe in. Keep going. We're doing 6 more. And remember, you can just move the legs. If you're getting tired, there's about 2 more things I want to do, so not that much. So pull through the core. And a strong core. Keep going, breathing in, just focus on the breath. Exhale, up. Last 2, breathe in. Exhale, up. Last one. See if you can lift both legs up as an option 6 times. And that's up to you, keep going if you can. So you try not to stop the movement and just going up with 2 legs and down with 2 legs, breathing. That's 1, exhale, up. Squeeze the core back, and 2. Exhale, up. Good, and 3. 3 more and we're done. Exhale, up. That's 4. And exhale, up. 5. Last one. Exhale, up. 6. Bend both legs down. Lift the right leg up, kick it up. Go towards it with your arms, maybe your head and shoulders. Now, straight kick it back down 6 times. So you're going all the way down, right leg again. All the way up straight. That's 1. That's it, breathe in. Exhale, up. That's 2. So just 4 more. Breathing in. Nice. As you do this, notice if your left knee is hanging out at all. Make sure that your left knee is still in its position, that you're not letting go of your inner thighs. It's not turning out. Equal weight on your left foot. 4 corners of it. We've just got 1 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Don't stop the movement, but bend your leg. Bend it back down as the arms go back. And lift the left leg up to do the same movement. You're kicking the left leg up and then back down. That's it. So that's 1. Exhale. Lift it up. Straight kick down. Stretch it all the way down. Stretch it all the way up. That's it. Inhale. Exhale. You got it. 3 more. Breathe in. Now check your right knees and wobbling around. Make sure your foot is plugged into the floor. Your inner thighs connected. Exhale up. Nice. 1 last one. Go on, we're there. Exhale up. Lovely. And now bend your knee down. Take the arms behind you. And then bring your block in between your inner thighs. Lovely. Take a moment there to just feel your hip bones and your pubic bones, like we have done a few times. So your hands are on your hip bones, your fingers on your pubic bones, so you make a kind of a triangle. And this would be a neutral pelvis when all 3 bones are parallel to the floor. You're trying to slip between a neutral pelvis to an imprint. And an imprint is lifting your pubic bone a little bit higher and then releasing it. And you want to do that about 4, 5, 6 times, trying to not squeeze your glutes as you do that. So you're lifting your pubic bone with your core, squeezing back. That's what's lifting the tailbone lightly off the floor and then dropping it back down. I'll do a couple more with you and then we can add a couple of layers of movement if you want to. So you're still tipping the hips, the pubic bone up with your core on the exhale and then dropping it down. And it's quite a challenge to lift your tailbone off the floor just using your core. It needs a lot of focus. It seems really easy, but actually it's quite hard to do it properly. Relaxing the glutes and just using your core. Squeezing your ribs in to lift the tailbone up. So think of that. And maybe add arms if you're up for it. So as your arms are back, your tailbone would be down. And as your arms go by your sides, you lift it up a little bit. Yeah? And then breathe the tailbone down, arms behind you. Breathe out, tailbone up a little bit, arms by the sides of your hips. And do that again. Breathing in, tailbone down, arms behind. Exhaling, tailbone up. Maybe head and shoulders also can come up. Tailbone and head and shoulders if you want. Breathe in, we'll do 6 more. Breathe out, it's a good core work and also it's good for the back because you're stretching it. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one. Breathing out. Keep your hands on the floor. Drop your tailbone, your head, your shoulders down and come into a full bridge. So you're going to breathe in, do nothing. Breathe out like before. Start tipping the tailbone off the floor and then rolling up 1 vertebra at a time. Try to lift high on your breath in and then as you breathe out, you're rolling down. That's it. As you breathe out, remember to ripple down again and really feel your back. Take the attention there. And notice if there's any part of your back that goes down as a block. And that's what you really need to focus on, articulating that. So you're breathing and doing nothing. To breathe out, tilt the hips with your core and then start using your hands and legs to lift all the way up. Pushing the feet, the hands down to lift higher. Breathe in there, open the chest. This is a good one if we're working on the computer a lot. And then exhale, roll back down, use your core. Kind of push each vertebra down like if it were a hand. Inhale, relax on the floor. Exhaling, that's when we're tilting the hips, using the core to do it. Rolling up, pushing your feet down, your hands down. See if you can go a little bit higher. You're trying to make a slide now from your knee joint to your shoulder joint. Breathe in, breathe out, roll back down, ripple back down. Breathe in, breathing out, rolling up. Remember to breathe out through the mouth. Lift the hips a little bit more as you breathe in through the nose. And then breathing out, ripple back down. Okay, see if you can walk your feet a little bit closer. If it feels too narrow, then don't. But see if you can. We're going to hold it up, just so you know before you go up there. We're going to drop right hip down only, and then squeeze the block and come back up. Just a little bit, one, and then the other. And then hold it there. See if you can lift one leg up, 8 seconds, and then the other, yeah? So, I'll talk you through it all. Breathe in, do nothing. Breathe out, roll up. So we're rolling up again, just like before. Maybe a little bit narrower. Once we get up there, you can even squeeze your shoulders or walk your hands closer. Now hold it there as you breathe in, drop the right hip down. Breathe out, squeeze up. Breathe in, the left, breathe out, up. And the right, squeeze the block. And left, and squeeze. And 4, exhale, squeeze. And 3, exhale, squeeze. And 2, and 1, hold it up. See if you can get any tighter, any further up with the hips or the top. Lift the right leg up, go on, 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop it down. If you can, straight away, the left, we're nearly there, go on, for 8 seconds. Push that right foot into the floor. 4 more, 3, 2, 1, drop the leg down. Keep lifting the hips if you can. Breathe in, and then breathe out, roll back down. Well done. Take the block away, again to the side. Grab your legs in, just do that, the counter pose to this, which is grabbing your legs. We're not crossing them. Try to grab your opposite forearms or even wrists or elbows. And then keep that grip. And lay your shoulders and head back down onto the floor if you can. Okay, now here you need to think of breathing in, trying to not hold so tight your arms, but as you breathe out, squeeze your arms into you, squeeze your legs into you, using your arms especially, and sliding, unraveling your tailbone onto the floor a little bit, sliding the shoulders down. Do that 2 more times. Breathe in, let go a little bit of your legs. Just lightly, give space for your lungs to open. And as you breathe out, squeeze your legs in. A little bit more, plug your shoulders down, squeeze the tailbone also slightly down. Last one, breathing in. Breathing out. Lovely. Can we drop the left foot into the floor? And just stretch your right leg up, or stretch the legs a second and then do a twist. So you want to try and see if you can walk up your leg if that feels all right, and grab it at its highest point, and then just drop back down with your head and shoulders onto the floor and keep that grip. Now it's up to you, actually before you even do this, think of your right hip and try and slide it away from your right armpit. Notice if it's ridden up at any space that you can find. Try and find it here, and then maybe let go of that left leg onto the floor, and that's up to you to get a bit of a stronger stretch. So your left leg is on the floor rather than bent, maybe with your right leg still up. That's it. Relax the head, maybe hold it there a couple of seconds, maybe close your eyes, pull the leg towards you for 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And then let it go. Let's switch straight away to the other. So bend that right knee, put the right foot on the floor, grab the left leg and walk up it. When you get to the highest point, try and grab it tight and then slide back down with your head and shoulders. Now work that left hip away from your left armpit, like we do when we're balancing and lifting legs up, you know? That feeling of finding length in the left side of your waist. And then maybe stretch your right leg down into the floor. That's it. And now just breathe deep. Close your eyes or look at your big toe. Try and keep your neck square. Exhale, hold it there. One more, breathe in. Pull the leg a little bit more as you breathe out. And let it go. Nice. We're going to do a twist that's also good for the spine, but I'm going to face you for this. I would like you to really open your legs. We've done it before. In fact, I think we did it last week. Open your legs wide. Open your arms about shoulder height, palms down, and let both your knees, with your feet open wide, drop to the right. That's it. Try to get really, by pushing your hips up a little bit, especially your left hip, try and drop the left knee down to the floor, and then look towards me. So your left ear's on the floor one day also. Think of your shoulder blades down, trying to twist your neck, your spine, your hips. Maybe hold it there, one more deep breath. Okay, I'm going to give you two options here. We'll go through them both or not, it's up to you, but try and stay in this same position. And what you want to do is lift your right leg up towards your right armpit, keeping in that position with the right hand to help it lift. Right knee to right armpit. And you're just stretching there a little bit more, your groin, your side, your adductor, your hips. That's it, Carla. And you're trying to really bend that right elbow and bring that knee to your armpit, as well as lifting the hips to drop the left knee onto the floor and twisting the shoulders towards the left. Nice one. Hold it there a second more. And then see if you want to grab the foot now and put it on your left quad. That right foot on your left quadricep, on the left leg, basically. That's it. That right knee still goes down towards the floor and also helps push the left knee down. Just flex the right ankle and the toes a little more. That's it. And keep twisting. If that feels good, do one deep breath there. Lovely. Coming back to your center. Let go of that leg. Let's try and do that same thing. Followed it nicely to the other side. Remember to start with your feet broad. That's it. And then let the legs go to the left side of the room, but you're looking towards the right. And give yourself a few breaths here. It really opens the hips, gives the spine a good stretch, the neck, the groin area. If you really push that right hip up and stretch that quad area, that's it. Use your breath to twist your ribs to the right side of the room. Try and get your right ear on the floor. And then if you want to take it further, you can always stay there throughout. Grab your left knee with your right knee. I'm sorry, I'm doing opposites and I've got my mind turned round for a second. So you're going to grab your left knee with your left hand, if that makes sense, and still look to the right. Sorry about that. It's funny because I've started teaching online and also presential much more. And now my right is my left is my right. It's funny how much it gets confusing, that little thing. So keep breathing there, Carla, and just squeezing the left knee to the left armpit. Still trying to drop that right knee down. Go on, a little bit more, just further down. That's it. And now bringing that left heel onto the right side and pushing it down, turning out that leg. That's it. Keep looking once you know what you're doing towards the right, but pushing both knees down. One is turned out, one is not. Lovely. One deep breath there. Breathe out. And then coming back. Nice. Bring your legs into your chest, but grab behind your knees and see if you either want to sway side to side with your legs, massage your back that way a little bit, or you can roll forward, you can roll back, always with that C-shaped spine, whatever works for you best. That's it. Try to really think of the breath here. So you're breathing out as you roll up and breathing in as you go back. That's it. Lovely. And next time you roll up, so let's stay up here for a second. Find a comfortable position. I'd like to spend a little bit more time stretching the back today, if that's okay. So any comfortable sitting position. Just make sure that you're comfortable and that you're not thinking of keeping a straight back or any pain. And let's work the neck by pulling it with your right hand again to the side. But think of your left hand now plugging into the floor and pushing the floor down, away from your ear. Hold it there, a couple of seconds. Maybe close your eyes. Imagine you're breathing through the left side of your neck. And now turn your nose to face the floor and put the right hand on the top of your head and nod your chin down so your chin is kind of to the right side of your chest. Still plug your left shoulder down and nodding your head down maybe a little bit more on the breath out. Hold it there, about 8 seconds. You feel that stretch not only in the neck, but also in the left side of your shoulder blade and the inside of your left shoulder blade. Breathe into that space. And then coming back up, let that arm go. Let's do the same with the other. So you're going to grab your head with your left hand. Try to keep thinking of your chest bone. It should be on top of your pubic bone and kind of in line with your chin. That's it. And pull in the head. Maybe closing your eyes if you can, if it helps you kind of relax and take the attention. It would be now to the right side of your chest, of your neck. Also the chest a little bit. I feel it in the chest, in the clavicle area actually. And then just turn your nose to the floor and try and lift the hand so it's right on top of the head now. Nod it down, keep it down. So your chin is in line with the right side of your chest, with the left side of your chest. And just breathe deeply then. Now, just bring your head still down, but to the center of your chest. Put 2 hands on top of your head and just sway your head right and left, just your head. So no shoulders move, it's only the arms that are moving the head a little bit and you're kind of saying no with your head down. And do that about 4 more times. 3, 2, 1. And then stretch the arms up, fingers interlace, look forward. Breathe in here, just look for space, listen to this color. You try and lengthen the size of your body, take your arms back. That's it, breathe in here, open your chest. And now as you breathe out, slide the shoulders down, hug the ribs in, palms together. Try to squeeze the quads and pull them down to the chest. Nice work. Thank you for joining me.